Hello, welcome back to Double Punch Pro Nerfer. So, I was going to review the Nerf Fortnite Super Flare, but it broke during my testing of it today, which really sucks because I was really excited to review that. I love blasters that take Mega Darts and Mega XL Darts, but fortunately, we're going to review something N-Series instead. So, we're going to be reviewing the N-Series Triple Action Blaster Pack. So, let's get into what it comes with. All right, so the Nerf N Series Triple Action Blaster Pack comes with 12 N1 darts and the 3 blasters. So let's get into the overview. All right, so overview of the Nerf N Series Triple Action Blaster Pack. So starting off with the original ward. So starting off the front, non-stack barrel lug. It's a 2-shot Smart AR, and it's actually an improved Smart AR system in all of these. They're an improvement over the ones from Elite 2.0 and N-Strike. And it's got an N-Strike rail up here. Don't know why you would want it. It's not useful, but it is tactical. And then down here we do have the grip, which is surprisingly really comfortable. You have a sling mount here, and it honestly, don't use that. Just use this as your sling mount if you're going to do that. And then we got the trigger here. Wow, that feels nice. Let's see how it does with this. Oh, wow. That is very smooth. Very smooth. But, yeah. Now let's get into this version. So, non-stack barrel lug. It's got 2-star Smart AR, and I love the look of this thing. This thing looks really cool. Then up here we do have the sights. I would say it's looks pretty good. It does line up very well, so that's good. And then down here, you do have a N-Strike rail for your tactical flashlight or Nerf laser. And yeah, and then back here we do have the same prime as this version of the ward. It does have the same grip, just with a different styling on it. And it is surprisingly comfortable, but it doesn't have that trigger. Well, it has actually a very comfortable spot for your finger to rest. And then you do have the hand guard, which is really cool to have. But yeah, let's get into the final blaster. So, starting at the front non-stack barrel lug, it's a 2-shot Smart AR, just like the other two. And I don't know if I would like loading it like that. You can't load it the other way, obviously. But up here, you do have an N-Strike rail. Tactical, but not useful for this kind of blaster. Down here, you do have a foregrip. I like this foregrip, but it's not the best. It's still pretty comfortable to hold like that. Then we do have a sling mount back here. Don't know why you'd want it there, but still good to have. And then back here we do have the prime. Prime weight is pretty heavy, but it does fire pretty great. Like, it has a smooth trigger pull, I mean. And we do have the grip here. This grip is bigger than the grip on this ward and this ward. But, yeah, it kind of reminds me of the infinite grip, just a little smaller than the infinite grip. And then right here we do have the plunger tube. And back here is the stock. Which I wouldn't call that a stock. I'd call it quarter of a stock because it's shorter than a stock. But, yeah, overall, that's the overview. Now let's get into the firing demo of these things. All right, so the pros and cons of the Nerf N Series Triple Action Blaster Pack, and then we'll get into the final thoughts right after. So, Starting with the first blaster in the Triple Action Blaster Pack. Well, let's start with the grip and the pros. So the grip is really good. It's so awesome. It's comfortable. It's great quality plastic. It doesn't bend or creak. That's amazing. And another pro is this trigger pull works great. It works so good. It's snappy, it's responsive, it's perfect. And then moving on to this one for pros and cons. Well, pro is the grip is really good. And another pro is that's a tactical rail down here. Great spot for a tactical rail. It's honestly gonna be really useful for like a Nerf flashlight or something. And now let's get another pro is it's easy to front load these things. And now let's get into the cons. Starting with the trigger. In the firing demo and testing this thing over time, I experienced that this trigger is so hard to pull. Literally, I'm pulling it. It's not easy. I'm literally pulling this thing. It's so stiff. So yeah, that's the only con I have about this thing. And now getting into the worst blaster of them all. This one. So pros and cons. Well, pros. This grip is really comfortable. It's so comfortable. And then another pro is this foregrip. This foregrip is actually comfortable. It is. It's comfortable, but it's not the best thing for this blaster. And now the con. It's actually a pro. The trigger is snapping responsive. Now the cons. This prime system, it pulls back like that. It's very flimsy and it sucks. But hey, it's powerful and responsive. But another con is once you fire the top dart, the bottom dart will pop out a little bit, but it won't pop out completely. And you gotta push it back in before you fire. So yeah, that's the issue with this one. But overall, it's not a bad blaster. It's not bad, but it's still terrible. The worst of the three. But yeah. So that's the final thoughts, or that's the pros and cons. What are the final thoughts? Well, this one really good. This one it's okay, and this one trash. That's all. And double punch out. Peace.